right here with you.
You need something? Well met. The Alliance.
Hello. See you around.
Need help? King's honor. Well met. Be careful.
I'm hoping everything is stable, everything is good. Hopefully you guys
Good day to you. What can I do?
hear me right.
Hey there.
It is an absolute pleasure to have you back on, Lestor, and I am very excited to
Thank you.
tap into that very large brain of yours. How is life going for you, man?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm
Look how much LaCroix water I have, dude.
oh my gosh.
I'm
Oh,
straight
Lord.
San Francisco right now. This is what we drink here. Oh man.
Oh,
I'm doing this intermittent fasting, Lestor, so I can only eat once a day. So you're like just a cat. You're a bear, bro. There's nothing to look at. Like it's not as flashy when you're sitting there.
You're funneled into one. But for paladins, you can tank,
Mm-hmm.
and you can be healing yourself while you're AoEing, or you can deal damage and help support the raid. You know, just
Mm-hmm.
all kinds.
There's so much sustain, so many hard resets. You still get to deal with the man. I don't know. You guys just got to try it. Just like on Warlock, you have so many different abilities, right?
If you're asking yourself, you know, I'm still trying to decide on a class. I don't know what to play yet. If you're looking for something,
Potential. Not only heal himself, but heal other members of the group. Bop someone else in the group. Chuck a grenade. Do one of 9 impactful things. In the thorium, right? So that farm, 70%. We calculated it because I was like arguing back and forth, and I ended up kind of losing the argument. But the thing about Dire Maul East is about 70% of that income is not coming from herbs. It's coming from what? It's coming from gems. It's coming from blue sapphire. It's coming from arcane crystal. It's coming from take us through from your perspective. I mean, do we real basic, and then we can go a little more advanced.
okay, so we'll dodge and parry and your block percentages. Those can really some staminas. I think while you're leveling, you shouldn't really mind spell power. Spell power is not going to do enough for you. The raw healing count that you're going to be looking for while healing dungeons, and then just auto attack. If you hit for 6, 7, 800 crits. Like that's really where you're going to boost most off of your spell power.
And Holy Shock is instant, right? So it's 40, whatever, 42. Then
Yeah,
you know
or
you get
Skullflame.
you get use of all that. So anyway, there's so much juicy stuff you can do with Paladin. I'm telling you, AoE grinding. Once you try it, you're gonna pretty much every one of these slides, guys. We could talk about for hours, but in the interest of your time, we will try to drive the needle forward here. So we talked about stats. This is just a little taste of what's to come after leveling up Paladin right now. I'm just at the tip of the iceberg.
Paladin stuff.
Let's talk about talents. Let's talk about talents. Let me see how we do this. All right, let me see how I can do this. Talents, talent calculator. Let's use Bobo talents.
Here, I'm going to answer a few questions. So,
Okay.
yes, you can spam it just over and over. As long as you have enough symbols in your bag, you just buy like 2,000 symbols before the raid, you can cast Blessing of Kings as many times as you can press it. Oh, and yes, another really good point. We were talking about this. It's called Burst of Knowledge. Reduces the mana cost of spells. It only costs like 70 mana. And we've already proven, don't say, oh, you're going to run out of mana. Seal of Wisdom, Judgment of Wisdom, with a Flurry Axe, you're good on mana. It's like 200 MP5. It's over 200 MP5.
I love Flurry Axe. I have Flurry Axe right now. I love that thing, dude. That thing is a big slapper, the Flurry Axe. Oh, man.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're here on the Bobo talents right now.
Here we go.
Let's
Here we
start.
go.
Let's start with Holy. We'll start with what should we start with? Let's let the chat decide. Which tree should we start? It's an interactive guide after all. Which tree are you guys dying to hear about the talents on? We have Holy, we have Protection, we have Retribution. We'll probably get to all of them.
We're just gonna, we're gonna kind of cover, like we talked about this, we're gonna cover like the main talents that you want to look out for in each tree.
All right, Dunedain said Holy. He's the first one there.
Ret, Prot. I'm seeing a couple of Rets.
Left
Here,
or
let's.
right?
How about Ret? I'm seeing a lot of Ret.
Ret? Okay, can do Ret.
I'm seeing a lot of Ret. We'll start with Ret over
Ret.
there.
Okay, Let's start with Rhett. Talk to me
Alright.
about Benediction. Reduces the mana cost of your judgment and seals by 3% per. Is it good? Is it bad? How do you feel about this?
It's very good. While leveling, if you're going full Rhett, I take this over Improved Blessing of Might
All day.
all day.
All night.
All day. Improved Blessing of Might at low levels, that's only going to be a couple of DPS at most. But if we're talking about a 15% mana reduction on your most used spells,
Tell
that's
me
just
more.
pure speed.
It's true. It's true.
That's just pure speed.
Anytime you see a leveling guide or anything that tells you to get this instead of blessing, instead of
No.
benediction, bro, hard pass.
No.
Hard pass.
Hard
This
pass.
is
Next-
one of the
next
best.
guide,
All right. Okay. With that said, improved blessing of might. There must be a time to take it. Vanilla is like that, where there's some weird. There's always weird stuff, dude. There's just weird
So
stuff.
I would say
What about
there's
blessing
a
of
couple
might?
of times, but the only times that I take it is group content. So if I'm doing a dungeon cleave group, if I'm end game and I'm playing more support holy, or if I'm raiding, these are great pickups. Being in raid, you want to be the guy that your raid leader looks at pally power and he says, "Hey, this guy's got all the blessings. He's got all the improved. He showed up to raid in the right spec." If you're playing full holy like that, that's how you want to come.
That's
You
how
want to
you
be the
wanna
guy
come.
who's prepared with that in group content.
As a raid leader, you love to see it too when someone comes ready to play like that.
Yes, sir. When I'm setting up pally power, I got my guys and I know what spec they are, and they show up every week prepared, and that's good. That's how you want to be. But if you're doing your solo content, if you're playing Rhett, or if you're playing Prot, or you're leveling, Benediction is amazing value. Amazing value on your seals and just all around increases.
So both of these talents are phenomenal talents. They just do kind of
Yeah.
different things. And this is the beauty of vanilla, guys. You can't have your cake and eat it too. I mean, you could, but you're going to lose some cake somewhere else. You're going to lose something over here maybe in the holy or the prot. You're going to be losing some cake, right? You can't have a cake and eat it too. That's why the game is so good. One of the reasons why it's so good. All right. But yeah, Benediction, some of the most used spells, at least for me, like this is something that I dream about. I don't have this currently, and I'm Prot Holy, and I dream of it. I have dreams about Benediction and how it used to feel when I used to cast seals and judgments.
Yeah, it's a noticeable difference if you're solo playing, just the cost of your spells.
Okay, so let's go to the next one now. So we have the tier 2 set of talents. Start from left to right. Improve Judgment.
So improved judgment, really good for endgame DPS. I would say it's not as important while you're leveling because you're gonna clip your 5-second auto or your 5-second ticks a little bit more, and you're not always gonna be using it off cooldown. So it's a really good DPS increase, but not the first thing that I would pick in this tree while leveling.
Okay.
So
This is something that I actually I deviate a little bit from you on. I have to say, I do like the Judgment just because I'm trying to get my kill speeds down. I'm trying to pump as hard as I can on these single targets because the kill speed can be a little bit lackluster. So I try to get as many judgments as I can on the target. And I have, when I level Paladin in the early red, I try to forego the 5-second rule. I'm just trying to pump as fast as I can. And I'll drink when I need to drink or whatever. And with Benediction and Blessing of Wisdom, I didn't really have mana problems. So it felt like it afforded. And you don't want to be mana capped, right? That's another just principle of WoW in general. Not just
always.
leveling. PvE, PvP doesn't matter. Don't be sitting with full resources, right? So.
always.
Yeah.
And but one thing is, if like I'm AOE grinding spec, and I'm going down, I'm not getting this because I'm not going to be judging a lot while I'm AOE grinding. I'm going to judge one target and I'm just going to hit it with my seal, and I want to keep my mana up and heal. But if you are looking to push those single target damage, then that's definitely a good pick.
Yep. 100%.
So
far, all talents have been very strong so far. Now we might
Pretty
move
strong,
on
yeah.
to the first talent that may not be strong, but could be strong. How do you feel about this? Improved
So-
Seal of the Crusader.
So I see all the ret guides say, take this, take this, take this. You're almost never going to judge Crusader while you're leveling.
Yep.
Unless you're doing dungeons and fighting bosses a lot. That's the only time I would suggest taking this. In the end game, if you have a debuff slot, which is, would be very nice, Seal of the Crusader is very good. Judgment of the Crusader is very good. So this does increase your judgment as well, your judgment bonus to the holy damage. So
By a
if you do
substantial
have-
amount, like this is pretty juicy. Like if you had to just a target
15%
dummy,
is
you
yeah.
have a target dummy right there in front of you. So you're saying there is the potential reason to take this.
Yeah, if I'm like rating full ret, full DPS spec, and I have a debuff slot, I'm absolutely taking this talent. But if not, and I'm just solo playing.
S-Fan
or-
probably has this right in his raid. He probably gets afforded this debuff
Absolutely,
slot.
yeah.
Right?
See, if I was S-Fan, I would stay on this talent. I would
Okay.
stay on this talent absolutely with that debuff slot. But if not, I'm moving over to one of the best, a little bit more over in the tree, to one of the better talents in the early areas.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be talking about
Talking about parry,
Five.
baby.
parry.
5% parry.
This was something we talked about in the first guide when we were making it. You were surprised on this.
Mm-hmm.
I said this is something you should rush at early levels. 5% parry? That's insane. You're talking
insane.
about damage mitigation, a DPS increase
Mhm.
at the same time,
It's
a
true.
reset swing timer.
So if someone
You're
swings
not-
at you and you have 10% parry, some people in chat may not be putting the pieces together. You have a 10% chance to like basically not take that damage, and not only not take that damage, but you have this thing called parry haste. So after you parry, whatever's left of your swing timer, and I really want to put emphasis on whatever's left. So if you're about, it will shave 40% off whatever is left of your swing timer. So it's not maybe as good as people might originally thought, where you just get a free swing on top of everything or whatever,
Yeah,
whatever
it's
you might
not
think.
it's not instantaneous, but it's you'll notice if you parry and you're watching your character, you'll notice the almost instant swing it feels like sometimes.
But you know, conversely, if you're right at the start of your swing timer, right, you kind of get really
You
close to that
save-
full 40%.
You save more
Yeah.
time. Exactly.
And
yeah,
with
see
that big
Dunedin-
slow two-hander, man, with that big slow
Shout out
two-hander.
Dunedin in the chat. How you doing, man? But yeah, he is absolutely right. He's parry haste. Parry hastes add more damage. Yeah, it's called parry haste.
Then improve judgment, but you're not going to be. Then improve judgment. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're saying
if you're not only
Huh.
if you're judging, maybe
that-
on like a long boss fight.
I
But
think so though. I don't know. I mean, parry
in solo content, getting a parry,
just killing
it's
mob
like-
to mob. I
it's
don't
like
know.
it's like a free mob kill, man. I don't know. Again, it depends if you're doing more solo play or if you're doing like group dungeon raiding content. I would say.
Yeah.
Again, a very like interchangeable.
I guess the break point in my mind would be come down to time. Is the mob staying alive long enough to get 3 judgments? Because without the improved judgment, like you're probably without improved. Okay.
Well, okay.
You see what I'm
so
saying? Like if the mob is
so
at
the
that level,
debuff-
yeah.
the debuff that it puts on the mob gives you a bonus holy damage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the judgment is like doing damage. It's putting the debuff on the mob,
Which
and
will accelerate.
therefore any holy damage you do, consecration, your seals,
Will do more
your
damage.
judgment of righteousness or command, those are all doing more damage.
This is what I'm thinking. Right? Let's talk about a very simple case. You're judging Seal of Righteousness on a single target, right?
Mhm.
Okay. If just the natural flow of that combat. Let's say it takes 20 seconds for that fight,
Yep.
right? What's the cooldown on Judgment if you reduce it by 2?
8.
8.
8
Okay.
seconds.
So, yeah, and I'm actually kind of getting on board with you right now because I'm probably only going to use 2 judgments on that mob, and with or without this talent, I'm only going to use 2 judgments on the mob. This improved judgment becomes better if I'm in that range where I'm getting 3 judgments off instead of 2 against that mob.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's
See what I'm saying?
that's the whole equation for like how long is the mob alive, and that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of the value that you need to pass for a Judgment of the Crusader to be worth it.
And even if I could get 3 judgments off on the mob, I might not do so just to conserve mana a little bit, right? You don't want to be going super ham.
Exactly.
So you're kind of selling me on the not improved judgment. It is interesting. It is interesting. Okay.
The parry, I'm telling you, that parry is deadly.
Mm-hmm.
So here, let's kind of skip around. Actually, well, not just yet. The next row has obviously some really good stuff in it too. So Vindication is okay, more of a PvP thing. I wouldn't say it's mandatory for PvP even then. Maybe just 1 point in it to get the debuff on the target, an extra cleanse, but you know, it's okay versus melee. It's a pretty good attack power drop. But
I will say I had a couple extra points to spares, you know, like just like 1 or something to unlock the next tier, so
Exactly.
I threw it in here, and I was very surprised at how the uptime of this thing. It feels like it's freaking always up somehow.
oh yeah, it's a very high proc chance.
Yeah.
But it's
So-
just not always the best choice.
Yeah.
Unless you're like full PvP, and even then sometimes not 3 out of 3.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
But-
All I know is I put that 1 point in it, and then now I got to see that debuff on the target, and it just made me, it just tickled me a little bit. I was like, oh, cool, it's another thing I can look at per mob, you know.
It
like,
doesn't.
yeah.
Sadly, it does not affect PvE mobs because they don't have like strength and agi stats. So this is like purely PvP talent. So
What is the thing I'm thinking of then? The thing that procs on. Hold on. Oh, it might be. what is it called? Is it Vengeance? Maybe it might be Vengeance.
Yeah, Vengeance down there.
Oh,
we'll,
okay,
we'll,
okay.
we'll get to Vengeance. Don't worry. So
Okay.
the other three things we're seeing in this row, crit, just flat crit. That's straight money right there. The other two that we're gonna get to in a second. The other two things in this tree are a little bit more priority over it.
Mhm.
But the crit is for any standard ret build, you're taking 5 out of 5.
Of crit. So
conviction.
while we're here, since you're a ret boy, just take us down while you're how you would what talents you would pick while leveling yourself. So you go 5 out of 5.
So I go
Benediction?
5 out of 5 parry.
Okay.
Next, I would pick Seal Command, because that's about the level range that we would kind of get to. And for those who don't know, just quick recap on Seal Command. Depending on the speed of your weapon, there's like a PPM, procs per minute, chance for, or PPM with your weapon speed that's converted into a percent chance for Seal Command to proc on every hit. When Seal Command does proc, you get an extra yellow swing that deals 70% of your main white damage, plus whatever like spell power added on. So yeah, 7 PPM. But then as you change weapon speeds, slower weapons has a higher percent chance for it to proc, and faster weapons has a lower percent chance to proc. So you'll get
that PPM's not
about-
changing, so you want slower weapon pretty much. That's so
yeah.
facto,
So
right?
slower weapons is the general rule of thumb.
Mhm.
So Seal Command is like the standard ret seal.
Just to
and
chime in
it's-
here too, on my last paladin guide, I said if it's below a certain, if it's faster than a certain threshold, use Seal of Righteousness. Playing through it again on a paladin, I tried it back and forth with different weapons. It pretty much felt like never correct to use Seal of Righteousness, at least in Real Classic. It felt like it was Seal of Command.
Unless,
if you're
I
using
would
a two-hander,
Yeah, unless you're using like a hyper fast two-hander or a one-hander, Seal of Command is almost always the choice for those big two-handers. Even at that like 3.3, 3.2 kind of dead zone of speed, I still think
Seal of Command
that's
is
probably
juicy. And it's also, this is very real consideration. You will have more fun using Seal of Command. Seal of Command is that
Yeah.
Wind Fury effect. I pretty much thought of it as Wind Fury. And if you're playing
Exactly.
a dope, what am I saying? If you're playing a dwarf, the spin animation is dope. You actually spin around, like you do like a little 360, and it's very fun. People love animations, right? They pick female characters over male characters a lot of the time because of the animations. So the animation with Seal of Command, you're spinning around, you're doing lots of damage. Very, very fun ability to use, and it's like a Wind Fury effect, pretty much. That's what it looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get here to the last talent in the tree. Just a staple paladin talent.
Pursuit of
I think
Justice.
yeah, Pursuit of Justice. I think by now everybody kind of knows the value of this. It's like a big meta thing now. Is move speed on all your armor pieces, carrot on a stick, super important. Paladins get that in a talent.
Tell me this
So-
though: if this is an alt paladin that you're leveling, you're funneling him gear, you're funneling him armor, which is the best way to level a paladin, and the most fun way
Yes,
to level a
of course.
paladin. If you're funneling all the gear and stuff, and you can just get movement speed enchanted on your boots, you still taking this?
No,
No, right? See,
I
that,
wouldn't.
that yeah,
I wouldn't.
that's huge.
that,
Yeah.
I mean that is a point. If you
Yeah.
do have those enchants on your gear, then this does not stack with them.
It
as
doesn't.
says
It will
in the
increase your mounted movement speed, but it won't.
Mount
It
speed,
won't
it's-
stack
it's
with your
both.
carrot though. But it won't stack with your carrot, right?
It will not stack with carrot. No.
So-
you're capped at
Yeah.
108 until your other gear becomes faster. Until you have the riding skilled gloves, mithril spurs, and the carrot all stacked, you won't be faster.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So honestly, Pursuit of Justice is good, but if you're a big pumper and you have money to get the movement speed on boots,
Yes, sir.
that's the cool thing about Vindala. Every town. This is why we're here, ladies and gentlemen. Why we're talking about each talent, because there's so much to talk about, even with the most brain dead looking talents. Like this is I don't know, not taking Pursuit of Justice. That's like a hot take right there. Anyway,
So we got
But-
eye for an eye.
so you
Again,
would
just-
go Pursuit of Justice though, for you if you're leveling
yes,
a paladin?
while
fresh
leveling,
server by
yes,
yourself. Fresh server by yourself, right?
I take Pursuit of Justice after Seal of Command,
Okay.
and then a couple points in Conviction.
3 points or 2 points to unlock the next tier, but you're gonna keep going all the way down to 5.
Yes, but I will get it up to 5.
Yep. Okay.
So then we come down to the next tree. For me, eye for an eye. Again, it's mostly PvP. Sometimes you face casters and they crit you and it sends some damage back. But for the most part, this is a PvP talent. Again, like Vivification. So we'll kind of skip that one for now. Improved Ret Aura. If you're doing a lot of AoEing like Kargaz, then this is absolutely what you're gonna get, and you're never taking red aura off if you're AoE farming. But if you're just single targeting, sometimes other auras could be better, like Devo, like we were talking about in the early levels. But obviously by now we're like level 27, so most of the time you're gonna have red aura on too. And even in fact, we kind of did some math. Red aura is more damage usually than Sanctity aura in the next level. So
Wow.
this is a really good talent.
you do go improve red aura, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes I do.
So another thing too, I will chime in on improved red aura. This is one thing I was not expecting with Paladin. If you're a deep ret, don't think you're not able to tank dungeons. I tanked all of SM as deep ret, not even with the shield, bro. I used a two-hander with the red aura on. I just used my body to pull. I just would just inch out there and body pull stuff. I had red aura, a couple smacks with red aura on and a judgment or two, and I was chilling. We were able to do SM no problem. Like so. So the reason I'm saying that is, you know, red aura does actually a pretty substantial amount of damage, even for me right now, level 60 on my Proud Holy. Red aura is like number 2, I think. No, I think it goes consecration, auto attack, then red aura is the
And
number
then red
3.
aura.
Then the red aura is the
Like
number
your
3.
Your reflex are, you know, they add up. They add up.
And
The
that's
more
not even
reflect damage you have.
that's not even
better
with the
it is.
50% though. That's just the basic red aura. That's just
Yeah.
the, you know, so red aura not something to sleep on. Anyway, so you go red aura if you're going you're on,
I
yeah.
get red aura here,
Okay.
and then I usually go a two-handed spec because I'm almost always using a two-hander here, and that increases, you know, again the same as the
So you
strength
are
as
not
well.
going Sanctity aura.
No.
Wow.
That's a waste of
Hot
time.
take. Super.
If I'm unless I'm doing like raid content,
Yeah.
if mobs are hitting me, then there's no point. I would just use red aura over it.
Hot take, man. Hot
Yes,
take
sir.
right there. The
a waste
no
of point.
sanctity, the hard pass on Sanctity aura.
No sir. Not unless it's
Damn,
end game.
dude.
and I'm
Buyer
using it.
beware, though. It's my spidey senses are tingling, though. Like, you sure, bro?
I
Sanctity
know
aura?
it's like the talent to get, but
Oh man, you're looking forward to it. Getting a ding 30. You don't get this new aura. Okay.
no sir.
Damn.
No,
Okay. So
sir.
you go 3 points, two-handed weapon spec. Okay.
Yeah, and again, same thing as we were talking about strength. Your white damage increase is your seal of command damage increase. Those procs are now stronger because we have a higher white damage.
What about if you're gonna
So,
party
it-
up though and do some dungeons from time to time, and there might be another pally there who's gonna be a tank because there's so many people watching this video and they really like the whole idea of pally
It's
tanking
like,
and it looks so
it's
fun.
like a 5-man pally group. You
And-
tell one of them to go respec.
Well, you can throw on Sanctity Aura for that tank, you know, and he's able to do more. So you just don't.
I know,
It's not even worth 1 point. Not even 1 point.
Not 1 point. No, sir.
Damn, dude, that's crazy. So okay, where do we go from here after 200 weapon specialization?
I go back up. I'll go back up and get Imp Judgment because, like we said, it's a very good talent, but I don't think it's like immediately needed
Okay.
for leveling. So I'll fill that out, and that'll get me to 25.
Okay.
And then it's just straight vengeance from there.
Straight
And
vengeance.
even though I've argued this in the past, I used to be a little against going all the way down to vengeance early, but I think even while leveling, you should crit enough that you get a big crit, 15%, and it's like a free mob kill. Like your next hits, if a seal command procs, it's gonna be huge. The damage increase on 15%. For your next like 2-3 autos sometimes that's totally worth
huge.
stopping and getting.
Yo, real quick, my man, Great Wizard X, huge brain, mage PvPer, really nice guy, longtime friend of the channel, Classic WoW Live content partner, just overall upstanding member of the Classic WoW community, an absolute legend, big fan of his content, just rated us with 53 people. Thank you so
Hey.
very much, Great Wizard, man. I know you got, welcome to all the Maguses and the Magi or whatever you call them. Welcome.
Yes,
This is a
sir.
Paladin stream. We're learning. You guys might be interested in learning how to play Paladin because Paladins actually have a superior gold farming method than mages at the moment. And I'm just kind of joking, but at the same
I
time,
know
not joking.
they're gonna get
Dire-
ruffled up about
No,
that.
no. And what I mean by that is they can solo Dire Maul East. They found a way. They found a way. So we're here talking all things Paladin today. Welcome, guys. Thank you so very much, Great Wizard, man. I'm gonna get you back ASAP. All right.
That's so yeah. I'm down there in vengeance now. This is kind of the standard, just basic ret build. Again, you can move points around. You could get imp Seal of the Crusader. You could get Blessing of Might for like raiding content.
Whoa,
but
no repentance?
what do you think? This is a PvP server?
No, dude. Repentance is good. It's gotta be PV. It's a damage increase with the Seal of Command. It's
No,
sick.
but
I
that's not
love
worth
that
casting.
wombo. It's such a fun wombo, though, dude.
Mana. It's mana expensive.
No.
It's a very
60
I can-
mana, dude. 60 mana. This is so good in
That's like-
dungeons.
That's like
It's so-
another. That's like another seal cast.
No,
man.
dude, 100%. Repentance is the play, bro. You
Oh.
telling me you don't get repentance at all?
I would only get this if I'm PvPing.
Bro, even when you're just killing stuff in the world and there's 2 humanoids and you gotta stop one from healing because you have 2 interrupts. You only have 1 interrupt with Hajj.
Yeah,
So
just
you have-
save Hajj for it. You
No,
play
but
smart
the-
if you know they're gonna be healing mobs.
Dude, and you get extra burst
Sorry,
damage. It's a
sorry.
DPS increase, right? It's a DPS increase if you have it.
Technically, very slight.
This is one of my favorite wombos.
On a very
You
long
walk up to the
cooldown.
mob, you repentance it because it's longer range, 20 yards. Then you judgment, reapply seal, spin around, smack him, Hodge him, then judge him again, and you're getting the bonus damage from seal of command with the judgment and repentance, and the mob just gets melted, and it's so fun, man. You get for 1 talent point, you get another interrupt. Just think about it that way. Don't even think about anything else. You get another interrupt for 1 talent point.
I don't take it usually. I don't take it. I skip out on it.
Okay. It hurts my body. I'm physically aching
this is,
right now.
And
but-
okay, this is for like end game content. I don't take repentance almost ever, even if I'm like out in the world leveling. That's because I'm usually, if I'm going full ret like this, I'm usually going half holy. So you gotta think ahead. You gotta think ahead. I mean, you can
so
respect,
juicy though.
but if
Okay,
we're talking like my ret spec, I'm skipping repentance.
Okay. All right, we're skipping repentance, and my body is physically aching. We skipped repentance and sanctity aura. Okay, we're 5 out of 5
And
vengeance.
Sanctity Aura.
Oh
5
man,
out of 5 vengeance, and that's
Okay.
it. That's the money.
that's the ret. Okay, and then
So,
you start going holy now.
Just- And then I start going holy. So we can talk kind of about the holy tree next.
Okay.
I know kind of everybody, I'm sure, is a little more familiar with the holy tree. It's where more paladins stay, but we'll kind of go
Mhm.
through it. We have top row, strength, int. There's actually a lot of discussion.
There's a
just
lot of
on these
discussion. A
basic-
lot of discussion. You have to make a
basic
choice
talent.
of whether you want 10% more intellect versus 10% more strength. And me, all day, every day, I feel like I would just snap pick the intellect, right? Because I like just stacking raw stam and int. It's my favorite thing to do. But at the same time, you have to think to yourselves, if you have no int pieces on and you're going full agi strength, do you want to buff something that you don't have a lot of on a base level, 10%, or buff the thing that you have a lot more of with 10%? Either way, like you have to reach a decision.
This is something we've long discussed, and it almost always boils down to what are you doing and what gear are you wearing. It is very dependent. So just being able to value, how much strength, how much DPS am I getting, and am I tanking, am I ret? If you're holy, obviously you're just going with the int almost always. So right here, I'm picking the int.
And
Pretty standard int pick here. I think most people, unless you're going like full ret or full prot, int is almost always the pick.
okay.
So next, this is one of the main I'd say there's like 3 really big talents here. This is one of them. We're talking about spiritual focus. Yes, sir. This is
My favorite talent my favorite talent out of all paladin talents is literally broken talent.
right here. This
Unbelievable.
So, spiritual focus. I'll read it. 5 out of 5, 70% chance to not lose casting when you take damage. So this is additive with concentration aura. Concentration aura's base is 35%. That puts you over 100% to never get your spells knocked back from damage. You can be silenced, but you cannot say if a warrior comes up and hits you, you will never lose cast time.
You can have 900 murlocs banging on you, and you're just free casting fat, juicy holy lights on your face.
Yes, sir. All day.
You can
All day.
heal yourself while tanking. The implications of spiritual focus are vast and far-reaching, guys. Like
This is PvE. If you're taking any damage in raid, you don't want to get knocked back and lose some HPS. If you're in battlegrounds or PvP, this is easy heals if a warrior dives on you or a rogue opens on you. If you're leveling, this is I'm about to die, but I need to get a heal out. If I have 2 mobs on me, I can heal either way. I won't have to wait 8 seconds to cast a heal. If you're dungeoning, this is just as important. Like you said, if you're tanking or if you're healing again, this is everywhere. Everywhere you go, every heal you cast, you will notice this talent.
As much as I
Or
love
you
Paladin,
will notice it if you don't have it.
if this talent wasn't in the game, I probably wouldn't even play Paladin. That's how much I love this talent. This talent is just, it's everything to me, man. I highlighted it in green. When you you can tank and heal yourself. You're literally you carry the torch on your back, man. Like it's the biggest play. It's just when you're running dungeons, you're able to tank and heal yourself at the same time. Like you're 75% of the way there. Like it's crazy to me. So to my mind, sometimes I see these talent builds like in the Paladin Discord Lestor that have improved Seal of Righteousness, and you can imagine how triggered I get. I'm like, oh my god, a build with no spiritual focus. I'm out, dude. Hard pass. But the more and more I thought about it, like I was having a little bit of thread issues in Scholomance, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah. Anyway, maybe you can talk about the improved Seal of Righteousness if it's good. Yeah.
So improved Seal of Righteousness. This one, it's not as valued nowadays because on private servers it did scale with all of the damage. Nowadays it's only base damage, but even yet still at high levels, it's still really good threat. If you're going like full prot, like you don't plan on healing in raids, you're just only there to tank, or you're only there to do spell ret. Either one of those, this is going to be a really nice damage increase. But again, spiritual focus right next to it, and some builds absolutely take both of these, but spiritual focus is almost always the move unless you're doing like full spell ret, full prot TPS building. But this is certainly.
All right. What I really need to do is look at a talent build, but 1 to 10, maybe 1 to 20, and see what they pick as their leveling. So check over at the one spot one last time. Alright, let's get this turned in.
Interest you on a pint? Off with you.
Hi. Watch your back.
Interest you on a pint?
Man, so much stuff.
Watch your back. You got my attention.
Dude, I need to smelt some stuff and get some of this shit fucking taken care of here. Holy crap.
Hey, good.
This is ridiculous. I'm gonna fucking abandon this quest. And go kill headhunters inside the cave. Left on Hearth. Let's put the stout food down here. I already got it on there.
Inventory is full.
Oh my, if I'm gonna abandon this, I don't need these gears, do I? Fuck that.
Hey,
Yo.
sorry I'm so late to get on.
That's alright.
Okay, what's next? Sorry, I gotta do one more thing.
Oh, that's fine.
I was waiting for some guy to respond back to me, and then I basically he wasn't responding, and I was like, okay, just let me know. I gotta go do something, and then he just responded just as I got into the
Yeah.
call.
That's no big deal.
Inventory is
Inventory is full. I need fucking bags. I really need to look up paladin build, so I know talents and shit. I have like,
can't carry anymore.
yeah, just don't know. Don't even know. That was another thing. So I died at 13. I hadn't bought any talents. I hadn't done any talents yet. Which I know sucked.
So are we wanting to try that rogue paladin stuff, or
So what level are we at on our other characters again? I'm trying to remember.
11?
See, 11. Man, that's so nice.
I'm just thinking it's probably going to be a pretty short session tonight, unfortunately.
So is
So
it
it
better
could be
to
that we just kind of start up with something.
yeah, yeah, maybe start something new.
Not like saying we abandon these other characters. I
No.
still want to level them. I just maybe we can bounce between them, or if one of them dies, we can go to the other one. Or...
Yeah, yeah. Okay, let me get to a stop right here, which would be level 10. Actually. Shit. I'm just gonna run. Just gonna run. Just pulled the boar, and then a fucking leopard jumped on me. Alright. Might have been alright, but best to just take it easy. Right?
Yep.
Alright. I was just grinding. I wanted to kind of grind to 10. And I was going to hearth back to Karnos. Okay, what do I got here?
Inventory is
Does this matter? Watching the stream or
Oh no.
doing other things?
Can't carry anymore.
Dude, my bag space sucks. So bad. I'm leaving Malachite behind.
Rip.
I mean, it's only 15 copper, but... I had enough money to get the big hammer, which is nice. 7 silver. That's a big spend. Huh.
Yeah.
Can't carry anymore.
Should I be using Crusader first, always? And then...
Well, it's all about, you want to Justice the Crusader, and then you want Seal of Righteousness on.
while I'm hitting them.
Yeah.
So like right now I've got Righteousness. I'll put Crusader on. Judge it. Put Righteousness on.
I can't carry anymore.
32 copper for that though. Man. I got all this stone that I need to use. Copper ore. Look at all this copper ore. Look at my bags. Fucking nothing.
Holy shit.
This fang is worth more than the chest piece. I already dumped my blacksmithing hammer. Because I was like, I can just buy another one of those when I need it. Alright. Fucking... Oh, there's copper over here. It's just what I need. More shit in my bags, right? Well, I got four, so... I got some spots. There's one right there.
Inventory.
Oh my god. Fucking silver. What am I getting rid of? I'm not getting rid of the linen because I can make my weight stones. Mining pick. No, I can't get rid of the mining pick because I'm mining. Fucking milk? No, that's expensive. Chunk of boar meat. Let's get rid of those. Fucking hell yeah, getting that damn tiger's eye. Alright. Judge the Crusader. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I mean, I try to do that, I guess. But, like, I alternate. It's back and forth, kind of, right? Between whatever I have up when I go to the next mob, right? There we go. Tactical ding. So, like, if I have Righteousness up, I judge it on that one. Then I might put Crusader up. If I have Crusader up, then I judge it, then I put Righteousness up, and then I just have whatever is, you know, I have up is what I have. For the next mob, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Alright, Hearthing. Made 10.
Nice. That's a good milestone.
3 hours, 10 minutes. Cargos made it in 54 minutes, dude. 54 minutes. I was like, let me look at Paladin
What can
leveling
I do
guide
for
thing. I was looking for like stats or what, you know, or like talent stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. It didn't even get to his... I wanted to see what he picked at level 10, you know? But he didn't even get to level 10. He got to level 10, but then he just logged, you know, did his slash played.
Yeah.
Logged, basically. It was just like a speed run.
What's on your mind? Off with you.
I'm gonna smelt this stuff up real quick.
What's on your mind? Be good.
So what do you think? You want to do... You want to start a fresh duo for a short stint tonight?
Yeah, it was just to, you know... I just really wanted to try playing a rogue.
In Paladin, I could do basically the same thing I did with this guy, basically.
Are we wanting to do humans, or did you want to do a dwarf, and then I'll play a gnome, maybe?
Do you want to do that, or do you want to do humans?
I feel like we've done the dwarf and gnome starting area a lot. It might be
Let me
fun
tell
to
you.
try doing the human.
I've done the dwarf starting area a lot.
That's what I figured.
But I would be totally fine rolling another one. I love them. I love the dwarf aesthetic. And everything is awesome. So if you wanted to do, I guess whatever you want to do on a rogue.
I mean, what I want to do on a rogue is play a night elf. But I figured you probably don't want to play a night elf, and we'd have to both play night elves probably for that to work.
Yeah.
Or one of us would have to like run across the map.
Which is not going to happen in hardcore.
Yeah.
Not really.
Well met.
I have to buy a blacksmithing hammer.
Safe travels. What can I get for you today? Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay, alright. So I'm just gonna do a little... Alright, so I can actually make a couple of weight stones, because I actually have... Oh, a 24 warlock. Oh, big titty goth girlfriend just died.
Rip, oh my god, they've been there forever.
Yeah, on his 25. Level 25 warlock. Rip. What did he say? I thought I could walk out. Where did he die? Eastern Kingdoms to a Defias digger. Oh, he was in a cave. Probably, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, in Eastern Kingdoms. Huh. Sorry, I'm just doing some work here.
It's no problem. I've just been designing characters for all the different races I might
What?
play.
So what can a night elf play? A night elf cannot play a paladin, can they?
No.
Druid, rogue.
They're warrior,
Hunter.
hunter, rogue, priest, and druid.
What? Say that again. Priest.
Yeah, they can play priest, they can play druid, they can play rogue, they can play hunter, or they can play warrior.
Warrior too. Night elf warrior. Huh. And a night elf priest. We could do priest rogue. I don't know, it's not quite the same as being tanky though.
Yeah.
It'd be like warrior rogue maybe, right?
I mean, we could do priest rogue, but it would be mostly the rogue tanking.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, which is
But there's like bubble and stuff. And heal. But you'd have to probably work a little bit harder to keep me alive than with our warlock combo.
yeah.
Because rogues aren't very survivable.
Yeah, there'd be definitely more healy. But like you're not gonna be tanky though, that's the thing that kinda sucks. So it's not
Yeah.
super ideal from that
I
perspective.
mean, I'm fine with going... I just made up a gnome rogue character. And I was thinking it would be fun. They have like green hair, and I thought I would try and name him Joker.
Like Jokered.
Like from the movie Joker. Hit movie Joker. We live in a society.
Alright.
See you soon.
Let me go over to the inn, I guess, and log out. And we'll take a break from this stream. Oh, I'm gonna fucking... Oh, look, before I forget, let me abandon this freaking quest. That leper quest. Actually, no, you know what? I won't abandon it. I can go back there and see. Right? Okay. Okay.